Hey guys, if you're new to this channel, my name is Dean Hua. I am a digital advertising strategist with a focus on Google, YouTube, and Facebook ads. In this video, I want to explain the difference between Google Ads versus Google AdWords Express, and more importantly, why you need to get away from Google AdWords Express. This video are for two audiences. The first audience is if you're currently running Google AdWords Express, and the second audience is if you're considering running Google Ads in general. If that's the case, what ends up happening is that Google is going to put you on Google AdWords Express. And like I said, you need to get away from that. So what I want to do is spend the next 10 minutes explaining the top 5 differences between Google Ads versus Google AdWords Express. Quite frankly, I could spend a good 20 or 30 minutes, but for the sake of brevity, I just want to spend the next 10 minutes. And my hope is that after the next 10 minutes, you'll be convinced to get away from Google AdWords Express because it could be helping you lose a lot of money with your Google Ads campaigns. So with that said, let's dive straight into this tutorial. Okay, so we're here inside a client's Adwords Express dashboard. The first reason why you don't want to use Ads Express is that Google doesn't give you full data about your keywords. So we're going to go into the keywords dashboard. What this shows is the type of keywords that this client is bidding on. So this is this client runs an IT consulting business. They're a local IT service provider, or MSP for short. And these are the keywords that they're bidding on. Unfortunately, what you cannot see as you run your own campaign is that Google will not show you what type of search queries people are using to type to get to your ads. So for example, you could be bidding on computer consultant, but for all you know, someone could be typing in Best Buy Geek Squad, and they're coming upon your ad and clicking through, and you're having to pay for that click. So you wouldn't know that because Google Ads isn't showing you this sort of data. Whereas if you go through another dashboard, if you go through the the Ads Expert mode, this is for another client of mine. Let's go into your keyword data, search terms. So if we go to search terms, these are the sort of keywords or searches that people are using to find the clients. And by understanding what type of search queries people are using, you can then decide which keywords you want to exclude from your ad and which you want to keep going. Okay? So number one reason as to why you should not use Ads Express is lack of control when it comes to keyword data. Second reason is Google simply does not give you a lot of data when it comes to your metrics. They really only give you 5 key metrics: impressions, clicks, location actions, calls, and conversions. That's really it. They don't give you any more data. Whereas if you go with your Ads Expert mode, let's just go up here, they give you all types of data. They don't just tell you what type of clicks and impressions you're generating. They'll tell you cost, cost per conversion, what type of actions that people are taking, impression share, and so on and so forth. Now, admittedly, some of this stuff is a lot more, requires more experience in order to understand this data. But if you're going to be running Google Ads and you're going to be paying money, I do think you should take the time and effort to learn some of these more intermediate to advanced metrics. Okay, so that's the second reason why you don't want to use AdWords Express, is that Google just doesn't give you enough information or metrics data to help you make the proper decision on how to optimize. Third reason is Google does not give you a lot of control when it comes to ad scheduling. So let's go into the ad scheduling here within our AdWords Express. As you see here, this is pretty basic. Now, this may be all that you want. So in fairness, this may be all that you need when it comes to ad scheduling. But if you're running Google Ads Expert mode, again, let's go to here. Let's go into Settings, Ad Scheduling. Okay, so, and again, if you're in an expert mode, you would get a lot more granular data about what type of performance you're getting at each hour of the day. But what if you wanted to adjust your ads? Or what if you want to pay more for certain hours of the day? You could do that here within your expert mode. As you can see here, this client is running their ads between, let's see here, between 5 a.m. to 11:30 p.m. every single day. Okay, and if they chose to get a lot more granular with their optimization, they could decide that, hey, you know what, maybe based on my conversion rates over here in the far right column, Mondays are really profitable for me, but Wednesdays aren't. So maybe I want to bid less on Wednesdays. Maybe I want to bid 20% less on my keywords on Wednesdays, but bid 30% more on Mondays because Mondays are more profitable. So you could do that within your Google Ads Expert dashboard. You cannot do that within AdWords Express. Fourth reason, you have no control over rules and scripts. So let me show you what that looks like. Scripts. Here we are. So this client doesn't have any scripts, but if they did, what they could do is run all types of scripts to help enhance performance for their campaign. So you could run scripts, and there's a lot of free scripts out there. You just have to Google it. But you could run scripts that will optimize your negative keywords. You could run scripts that will collect data on quality score and help you optimize properly. There are literally dozens and dozens of free scripts out there that you could use, and I use them for some of my clients. You would not be able to do that within AdWords Express, but you can do that within Ads Expert mode. You could also run rules. Rules, I won't spend too much time here on this, but rules will basically, it will help you run certain types of automations for your campaign. So for example, you may want to run a rule whereby if you spend more than $1,000 in a 30-day cycle, you want to stop the campaign. So that will be a simple rule. Or for example, another simple rule would be, let's just say you don't want to spend more than $100 per day on your campaign. You could run a rule allowing for that. So those are two really basic examples of the type of automations you can run within Google Ads Expert mode that you cannot do within AdWords Express. Google would not give you a lot of granular control with your campaign structure. So for example, what you see here is my overall campaign. I can't break them out into separate campaigns or ad groups. And what do I mean by that? Well, let's go back to these keywords. So this client, they were doing it on their own before they asked me to come on board and help manage it. This client is looking to target two audiences. Number one are small businesses who need IT consulting services, such as managed IT or cybersecurity. That's the first audience that they want to target. The second audience tend to be individuals who need computer repairs and on-site support. Okay, so if you had Google Ads expert mode turned on, what you could do is you could create a new campaign just for small businesses, and you would run keywords targeted towards small businesses, and then you can create a second campaign targeting individuals who are interested in computer repairs or on-site IT support. Within Google AdWords Express, you would have to lump all of these keywords into one campaign. And the reason why that's bad is that from an optimization standpoint, you won't get the max performance that you want because you're targeting two different buckets of audiences, and you're telling Google to bid on all of these keywords that maybe aren't always related to each other. Okay, so I could probably sit here for another 10 more minutes talking about some of the other reasons why you don't want to be running Google Ads Express. But I'm hoping that these 5 reasons alone will give you enough motivation to switch over and experiment with Google Ads Expert Mode. So the next question you might be asking is, how do you switch over? Actually, pretty simple. All you have to do is go to the top right-hand corner right here under Settings, switch to Expert Mode. I'm not going to do it here just because I'm doing a tutorial, but as soon as you hit this, it'll take you through a series of prompts, and then next thing you know, you're running Expert Mode. And voila, you're done. Hey marketers, Dean here. So if you're new to this channel is focused on digital advertising and marketing. If you want to keep improving your marketing game, you know what to do. Hit that subscribe, like, and bell icon. It's the best way to get notification of new content by yours truly. Plus, it helps with the algorithmic thingamajiggy that YouTube does. Don't ask me what it does. It just does. As always, stay curious.